I forgot the first part of the question, so I'll answer the second part, and then I'll answer the first part again. So I completely agree with Abby. Like, I think that a big issue with companies these days is they talk about diversity and inclusion and only mean like getting a few people of color in interview, and then like when they enter the company, what happens? Like, they sort of fall through the cracks, and a lot leave. So inclusion to me is valuing the diverse like viewpoint that people bring and truly valuing it more so than just saying like, yeah, diversity is good because it's good and we were told it's good, but actually understanding like that people bringing this unique perspective to the team literally strengthens the business, and if we're just talking numbers, like helps you make more money by understanding your audience better. So yeah, inclusion for me is very much like providing opportunities for mentorship and making sure everyone feels supported and knows that their role in the company matters, is valid. I'm going to come back to it. Okay, cool.
So adding on to that, I think inclusion also matters on having career growth, which I think is the part that I've been thinking about most recently. Like most of the Black people at Google happen to be like temps and vendors, which is not great, and it's a conversation that we're having while I'm there, and I've only been at Google for about 8 months now, and it's a conversation that people are having more often, and I'm starting to realize that like you can get these people in and they can work there and I can interact with them, but they don't have the same opportunities for promotion and lateral movement within the company. So making sure that when they do get in, they get in into the right roles or have the opportunity to transfer in. So there's another Black woman on my team, and she started off in a completely different role, and she worked really hard to transfer from her career path to the one that we are on right now on the same team, because there wasn't anything connecting them. And she's working with people to make sure that other people who were in her old role, which was more IT based and now software based, can also transfer through. And my team happens to be like a mixture of people from different backgrounds who transferred into this team, which has more lateral movement. So that also matters when we think of inclusion, adding on to what y'all are saying.
All right, thank you. So one quote that I heard, so Tom Burrell is a Black man. He is called the father of Black marketing, right? He had a quote that said, Black people are not just dark-skinned white people, right? And that always stood out to me because I think when we come to these companies, you know, we're expected to kind of just visually be Black, but, you know, otherwise assimilate into the culture. I want to know what are ways that you guys are, you know, showing up as yourselves at work and also just contributing to the culture, and even how your identities, you know, contribute to the work that you do in your companies.
It really matters how you can kind of, because my first internship I realized that I assimilated a lot. And I was like, ooh, I can't wear both earrings and a skirt today. Everyone's male, it's gonna make me look too girly. And then the next one I was like, okay, I have confidence in what I'm wearing. It matters about the work that I'm doing rather than how I look. So I feel more confident wearing a mixture of like whatever I feel like wearing that particular day. So that's having confidence in myself, and that whatever I'm bringing to work is enough is my main way of making sure that I'm my true self at work. And I also find the things that exist already at work that help me build on that. Because not every day is a good day, and not every day do I feel fully included. So if I'm having a bad day, someone annoyed me, and I feel like maybe they would treat me different if I looked different, I go find my people in the company. So I'm part of different ARGs, and I go talk to them, and they're usually like, yeah, that's annoying. I understand. And I'll be like, thank you. There's someone who feels the same way. And that makes me feel more confident that my decisions are right. Because sometimes you just want someone to agree with you. And that helps me continue to bring my whole self at work. Also having like management that is okay with the fact that I'm different. So generally they're like, no, we want to hear your experiences based on your background, not just because you're a junior person on the team doesn't mean you shouldn't share. You have a unique background and you have a different way of seeing things than other people on the team. So all of that added together makes me feel more included.
Ways that I stay true to myself, I kind of like educate my team and stuff like outside of coding. Like they're like when I said my last name was Garcia, they're like, wait, so you're not like black? And I was like, well, I'm an Afro-Latino, and they're like, what is that? And I was like, okay, lunch and learn, let's sit down and go through history. And that's like a way that I keep true to myself, like I continually educate my team so they can become more well-rounded engineers and people as a whole, and still keep true to my so yeah, educating my people.
I think that one thing that I learned with time, so it's sort of taking a step back. Facebook has this great and sort of awful tool that you can see on this day in history what you were doing way back when. So it's sort of awful because I've done a lot of embarrassing things, but one of the things I noticed was when I was way younger, the way that I spoke and the way that I tried to present myself was more as I'm black, but I'm not like the bad black that people are afraid of. And I realized that it mostly stemmed from me not being confident in who I was and not valuing my identity. And I've noticed that as I've gotten older and grown in confidence, now I'm pretty much this is who I am, I'm black, you're gonna deal with it. I actually don't care if you deal with it or not, this is just what's happening. And so I think that that's something that people can honestly sense. They can tell if you are a person who's approaching something in a very confident way and just saying, this is who I am. Yes, sometimes I wear head wraps to work, and sometimes I wear big gold earrings because I want to, and this is what I do. And the less positive people in the world can also sense if you come at it from a sort of timid place where you're not as sure, much like I was when I was in high school, that people walked over me. So inclusion for me in the workplace is honestly just knowing that I'm coming to work as the person that I am and being completely unapologetic about it.
Yes, I love that. I think it's just hard to I think the biggest barrier is owning that choice. If you're going to come in a head wrap, don't shy away and try to hide it. You need to walk in very prominently and very boldly. So when I was doing my research on you guys, do the Googles, search, I delved deep. I noticed that a lot of you are involved in organizations outside of work, specifically that are addressing diversity or providing skills to people of color. And I would just like to hear a little bit more about the work that you do outside of work that really fulfills you and serves whatever your personal missions are.
I like doing a lot of recruiting. As a recent college graduate, I remember how hard it was getting to my internship at Google and eventually to Google. So I've been asking for a lot of opportunities. I was at Howard 3 weeks ago talking to them about my role. I also do a lot of mentoring with high schoolers and college students who are trying to get into tech and want someone who looks like them to bounce ideas off of. So those are how I pay it forward. I don't want to say give back, I'm just paying for it.
So I'm all about the referral program because referral is good for everyone. And so I have a lot of friends who are thinking about changing careers or not necessarily just software engineering, but biz dev or a bunch of other departments that I don't even know are linked to. And they're how can I get there? And I was well, let me help you. Let me give you a background of what LinkedIn needs. Let me connect with all these people. And that's kind of my way of paying it forward within the company. It's using what do I have? I have the the opportunity of being at this good company, this amazing company. And so how do I bring everyone up with me? And so just helping.
In terms of what I do, I like to come to events similar to this. I think that visibility is very important. So now that I've reached a place that I'm happy with in my career, I like coming and speaking about that. I also go